Good evening. It's Friday night, third Friday night in particular, and it's time for All You Can Eat Improv with Comedy Flops. I'm your host, Creme Fraiche. We are excited to be here with what's kind of our middle of the year show, right? As we enter the summer, yay. And if you've been with us before, you know that we do our shows in support of different organizations in our community, nonprofits and organizations that support others. This month, we are very pleased to support Mutual Aid Tompkins. Their motto is neighbors supporting neighbors, and that is the absolute truth. And they are really oriented on helping the most vulnerable people in our community get through difficult circumstances. So tonight, if you enjoy the show, we hope you'll make a little contribution to our fundraising efforts for them. If you don't enjoy the show, we hope you'll make a little contribution to our fundraising efforts on their behalf as well, right? They do great work in our community. They do important work in our community. And so it's our pleasure to support them. We have some fun games for you tonight. We have some games that we've never played in a show before. So if you're tuned in right now, seeing this live, you're in for a treat. If you're watching it on video, where were you? And with that said, I want to now welcome our cast to the stage. Let me see. Let's start with someone who's not been with us as much recently, but we're excited to have her back for the next couple of months. Let's give it up for the pride of Boston, Hand Rations. One of our newer flops, quickly making his mark. Let's hear it for Andrew.
Andrew.
Howdy.
Good visual. I like that. The man who is keeping our tech rolling and dealing with all the rigmarole, it's Rigamarole.
Riggy.
I don't know if you looked up in the sky last night, but if you did, you saw in full view the Moonman. That's exactly what he looked like, too. It's amazing. Pleased to welcome tonight his big events coming up. The 2022, we think, Wimbledon champion, Lobb.
Ooh, Lobb.
And finally, if my memory's serving me correctly, and that is indeed suspect, I believe making her flops debut, Rachel.
Rachel.
Hey, and this is your, yes, she is ready to go, and this is your cast tonight. Everything we're going to do for you tonight is entirely made up, and that's the fun of what we do. The only thing we know are the games we're going to play, and your suggestions will, in fact, inform how these games go. So feel free to be weird, wild, give us bizarre suggestions, and we will incorporate them into the magic that we do. So our first game is going to be called Worst Thing You Can Say. And so picture in this game a situation where you might want to be on your best behavior, and then we'll give you the worst thing you might say in that situation. So right now in the chat, feel free to populate it with ideas for situations that we should be good, but we're not going to be. All right, so we'll give you a second to do that. And while you do that, I'm going to actually start it off by giving the flops one that we can work with. So flops, our starting thing is going to be worst thing that you can say during a wedding toast. Worst thing you can say during a wedding toast. Lobb.
Really? That white dress does not fit your personality at all.
Okay. Riggy.
Where's all the butter?
Okay. Hand Rations.
Listen, I have no idea who these two people are, but I was told I was going to get my 5 minutes of stage time tonight, and I will use it.
Riggy.
It's a beautiful wedding. But I'll tell you now, 1.8 million illegal people voted in the last election. You're beautiful.
Andrew.
We get on with this. The oysters are starting to smell bad.
Moonman.
What cake?
All right. Worst thing you can say at a funeral for a goldfish. Oh, who clogged the toilet? Riggy.
Perhaps a bit too similar, but Daryl, I told you to pre-flush.
A theme. Andrew.
Sushi.
Rachel.
I spent $20,000 on this casket.
Moon.
You're next.
Joe Lobb.
I wonder if he's still wriggling hard to grab now that he's dead.
Ricky.
I don't know what's happening in this country, but you used to be able to flush a goldfish in one flush. Now it's 2 flushes, 3 flushes, 4. Too many flushes.
Moonman.
Free bait.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Joe Lobb.
Happy trails to you.
Okay, let's see. This one's from Andy. The last one was from Jacob, and thank you both for that. Worst thing you can say with an audience with the Pope. Do I remember you from my childhood when I was an altar boy? Dark, very dark. Joe Lobb.
Has that ring been disinfected?
Andrew.
Girlfriend, what's with the gown?
Hand rations.
Kind of an older reference, but have you heard of this game called Undertale? I really think that it could help your religion.
Any other takers? Worst thing you can say in an audience with the Pope? Riggy.
Yo, man, where'd you get them chains? Yo, players gotta play, man. Players gotta play.
Joe Lobb.
How about that Martin Luther, huh?
Nice. That's very 15th century. I like it. All right. How about a parent-teacher conference? Worst thing you can say at a parent-teacher conference? No, Moon, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have kids. I just like hanging out here.
Oh, so you're the little bastard's parents. Joe Lobb.
But honey, you can't be objective. You're a parent and a teacher. Remember?
No, we stumped on this one?
Hmm.
Okay. Moon.
It's amazing how many crimes these kids can't be charged for.
All right, let's go with worst thing you can say at a dedication ceremony.
You know, we really went old-fashioned with this one. They told us that asbestos was just not in style anymore, but we're bringing it back. Vintage era.
Andrew.
If you add a 0 to the check, we'll name the bathroom after you.
Joe Lobb.
You know, why is it that all the people that we dedicate things to are dead?
Don't worry, Bobby. Someday we'll dedicate something to you. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Moonman.
Oh, I thought a dedication was a vacation for dead people, you know, like Weekend at Bernie's.
Rachel.
So we wanted to dedicate and we wanted to name this children's hospital after the man who really helped out in all aspects of this. Give it up for Jeffrey Epstein, everyone.
And scene. And that is truly, without a doubt, the worst thing you can say. Congratulations, you win. Even though this isn't a competition game, you win.
I'll take it.
All right. All right. It is time for a new Flops game. How exciting. How lucky for you, our audience. This game is called The Devil Made Me Do It. And so what we need from you is a real simple suggestion for a non-geographical location for our game to take place in. And so what this game is a simple 2-person scene, and the scene's going to be done by the Moonman and Hand Rations. And at different times in the game, when I feel like we need to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to ring this bell. And one of our flops, and the flop that I'm going to choose for this important role will be, let me see, Rachel. I'll ask Rachel to weigh in with angel or devil. And if Rachel says devil, Riggy will appear on the screen and deliver the next line. If Rachel says angel, Andrew will appear on the screen and deliver the next line. Now, of course, the flop who doesn't have the angel or devil can't see him, so they'll have to just deal with it. And that's the premise of the game. So in the chat, let's see what your suggestions are for non-geographical locations. And I see none. All right. Yes, none. So let's get a few of them in there. I can pick one. In fact, I am going to pick one. So I'm going to pick, let me see.
While we're waiting for suggestions, I have a question. I'm not sure if we decided this already. Which one of us has the angel and devil?
Well, that's a great question. Usually we do a death match for this, but then of course we lose a cast member. So I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to say Moon has the angel and the devil today. Yep, Moon has the angel and devil. And I'm going to take a suggestion. Actually, it was from Jacob for our other game because I think it's so great. And your location is the ribbon cutting ceremony for a public restroom is where this scene will take place. Okay? All right, I'm going to pop off and begin your scene.
Okay, I've got the giant scissors. Now, where is this ribbon that we're cutting?
It's on its way. We had a small ribbon at first, but we wanted one that kind of was on par with the scissors. So we sent for another one.
Yeah, the bigger scale definitely makes this feel like more of a whiz palace, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a grand opening, you know.
Yeah.
We don't have a big ribbon, it's not grand.
Then it's just a guy with a red string being like, "Hey, you can poo in here now."
Exactly. It's been hard enough it's been hard enough making sure no one peed in it first. I mean,
yeah, you got to keep the crowd control. I mean, like, how would you even go about doing the crowd control? There's another bathroom for miles.
Devil.
Well, I ain't worried about where to go to the bathroom. I'm just worried about when and how.
I mean, I guess that is an issue. Maybe we could have some like a fiber bar on the outside. I mean, that might take some extra renovations, but definitely making sure.
It is a way to increase some of the foot traffic.
Yes, now I can picture it now. Yeah, you just have all the oatmeal, you have all the fiber bars and all that sort of thing, but I don't know.
Angel.
We could even perhaps dry out some apricots.
Oh, that's fancy. I like the way you think. Yeah, maybe we should just delay this whole grand opening so that we can assemble the fiber bar.
Devil.
No delay. I am meeting one man here tonight, and if he does not arrive, unfortunately his soul will not be consumed by the toilet room.
Okay, I'm not sure whether you're speaking metaphorically there, but definitely has some distinct vibes. I can go with that. In terms of his soul being consumed, like, is soul a new type of like fiber cereal, or is it like more of like an energy?
I'd say more. It's more of an energy drink.
Can add that to the fiber bar. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe we should just renovate the other side of this business and just make it a restaurant. Because really, who needs a toilet at a bank?
Devil.
That's right. We don't need a toilet or a bank. One restaurant, and all we serve is lukewarm oatmeal.
That would definitely put us on the map. Now, I'm going to start drawing up the plans.
Angel.
How about we serve our special little treats with individualized doilies and lovely little personalized hand towels for everyone coming to the restaurant en route to the restroom.
Okay, I like that, but it might give off the impression that our customers aren't free to make as big of a mess as they want in the bathroom, which I don't want people to be self-conscious. This bathroom, it's all that we have now.
It's a good thing we made it self-washing. That'll cut down on some of the work.
Yeah. I mean, it does put our old janitor out of a job, but I don't think I'll mind.
There'll be openings at the restaurant and the fiber bar.
Yeah, but what would he do at the fiber bar?
Angel.
Well, we can specially train him to provide individual bits of fiber according to everyone's weight so that they can digest it in good time and then ration themselves out to each individual stall in the new restroom.
Oh, that sounds like a truly luxury pooping experience. I am promoting it at this company.
Devil.
If you want luxury, if luxury is what you're after, then we do away with the original plan of the bathroom, and instead, we take the old janitor, and his job will be to physically remove the poop from your anus with his own bare hands. And we pay him nothing!
Okay, I like your unique vision there, but I'm sorry, I might have to let you go. I heard that the Burger King is opening a new bathroom across the street, so maybe you can take your idea there, but that's not what we want at this company.
All right, that is the Devil Made Me Do It, and that was the inaugural run of the game, and I want to just say, cast members, nice job. That was a lot of fun. And I would give Moonman a lot of props for miming that. That's not easy to do. So good job. Hope you enjoyed that. So we're going to play an old favorite now. This game is called My Vacation With. And the premise of this game is we're going to have a host of a talk show, and they are going to interview someone who's gone on an amazing vacation with a celebrity to an unusual location. And as they're talking, they're going to show some photos from that vacation. Of course, the guest doesn't know what the photos are. They'll be made up by 3 of our cast members, and they'll have to explain what happened. All right, so for this game, we have as our host, Joe Lobb is going to be our host. Rachel is going to be the guest who went on the vacation, and the photos are going to be created by Riggy, Andrew, and Hand Rations. And so now we have to tell you who you went on a vacation with and where you went. So you went, Rachel, on vacation with Neil Patrick Harris.
Sure.
Everybody knows the great Neil Patrick Harris. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Jacob, for that suggestion. And Kara, otherwise known as Mrs. Gumby, provided the excellent suggestion of roof of the biggest McDonald's in the world. That's where you vacationed. A roof of the biggest McDonald's in the world, yes. And so let's see that scene.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever is right for you. Welcome to another edition of My Vacation With. And as always, we have a fascinating guest who went to a fascinating place with a fascinating person. Fascinating guest, please come on in and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Pam. How are you today? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure, Pam.
Yeah. So I'm a really big fan of fries, especially when those fries have salt on them. And what better way to celebrate that love except for going on an all expense paid trip to the biggest McDonald's in the world, but not just the biggest McDonald's in the world, the roof of the biggest McDonald's in the world.
That's amazing. We've never had a guest who went to that place before. And
it's off limits for most people.
Oh,
mm-hmm,
well.
Mm-hmm. But I was allowed to bring a friend. So I brought my friend Neil Patrick Harris of How I Met Your Mother and Broadway fame, I call them patty cakes personally, but that's just like a little thing between the two of us.
Wow. How on earth did the two of you ever connect?
Well, are you familiar with the gym?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So neither of us go to the gym, but right across the street, there is a yogurt place, not like frozen yogurt, just like plain Greek yogurt, kind of lukewarm, but it's kind of a niche thing around here. It's from LA. And we met there and had an instant connection over blueberry chobani. And here we are.
Well, did he use his influence to get you up to the roof of this place where
you know, we both have our connections. I'm
Okay.
important in certain social spheres as well. So that's,
I understand how you don't want to publicize that because the roof would become overcrowded.
yeah.
Well, we also heard from our little bird friend that you took a lot of pictures and he took a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I am just dying to see the scene. You flew there, I assume.
Yeah, we flew there on a 747 jet plane. Mm-hmm.
Chartered specially?
Probably.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a picture of you amidst all those empty seats? I think we do. Ralph, can we look at the first picture, please?
Right. Yeah. So as you can see, I sometimes wear glasses, sometimes don't. It really depends on the mood. But I really wanted to see the salt on the fries. So in this first picture, did you know that fries of the French variety, all the way from Champagne, France, they grow on trees? Fun fact.
I did not know that.
So I got to see and I got to water a small little French fry plant. So Neil took that picture. He's somewhat of a photographer as well as a triple threat. So we call him a quadruple threat for that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he may have other threats that we don't yet know about.
Oh, he has plenty of threats, let me tell you.
Was it a long and grueling flight or fairly simple and straightforward?
It was long and grueling. It was about 16 hours from my little home in Kansas City, Missouri, all the way to the roof of the McDonald's. And we had to make a couple stops and, you know, kind of go around the Gulf of Mexico a couple of times just for fun before we got there. So yeah, but it was well worth it. And as you can see, I picked some of those French fries from the tree there, and I have them in my suitcase still, nice and fresh. Even though I did go about 2 weeks ago, still nice and fresh. But as you can see, so in that second picture, I actually took that of Neil, and he's on the phone, as you can see, and it was a very private conversation. But what I can tell you is that he was actually like yelling. He was very angry. He was very, very angry, and you know, you don't want to get patty cakes angry. But he was, because we were actually supposed to be the only ones up there. But President Biden was also there, kind of a bummer. And who else was there? The corpse of Mother Teresa was also there. Yeah, doesn't go well with French fries and ketchup, let me tell you. Mustard, not so sure, but we didn't really try that. We didn't have time. So he was very, very angry, and I was kind of off to the side trying to diffuse the situation, kind of trying to tell Joe to come back later. But yeah, it was a little bit of a bummer because we wanted to have this little private oasis of fries and Happy Meals to ourselves. But you know, ultimately we had to share the space. So he perked up a lot after that. And there was a little bit of cocaine involved, but
you still look very fresh in that picture. And after traveling 16 hours, I was wondering, and I never occurred to me for a moment it might have been the Peruvian marching powder. So what were your accommodations like? I imagine you paid top dollar.
Sure. So the accommodations, right? So they have little huts that are shaped like little Happy Meal boxes. And there are 2 beds in each of them. that are they kind of look like soda cans. So it was about $3 million per bed. So we paid about $6 million, and then we did not tip. So it was.
Ooh, what was the reason for that?
Why would you?
Good, very good question.
I don't tip anywhere. Why would I tip at the roof of a McDonald's, you know?
Let's take a look at our next photo, which I believe shows you and Neil setting out for this roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I remember this.
And what's going on here?
Right. So in this picture, there is a lot going on. There was a lot of protests, let me tell you. People protesting. These people were from Burger King. So if you could see that little dinky sign, someone way in the back is holding up. Those were for the Burger King protesters.
I see it. Yeah.
Trying to kind of get rid of. I think their goal is to get rid of all the McDonald's in the world and replace them with Burger Kings, which I do not agree with. So they were arrested by the end of the day, let me tell you. And then if you'll see, it started to rain salt as it happened. The way the environment goes, you know how a tornado is made and it's like a mixture of hot and cold air? Well, when salt is mixed into that, it creates a very, very viscous atmosphere. So we had to got to shade up. But we tried to make the best of it with like we were posing a little bit, you know. So Patty Cakes took his bow tie and kind of made it a little mustache. Like he's very funny. If you're not familiar with his work, he's a funny man. Kind of indie. He's trying to break out into bigger things, so he might be more well known as the years go by. And then I had this lovely veil given to me by Ronald McDonald himself. There's actually wedding bells in our future, so this is a little sneak peek. Yeah, so I'm gonna be Mrs. McDonald soon.
You ready to spread that around?
Yeah.
Okay, now I believe we also have a picture of the climactic moment when you stepped out of the stairwell, and landed on the roof of the largest McDonald's in the world. Could we see that shot, Ralph?
Yeah, we're bringing it up.
Okay. Oh, Ralph, that's upside down.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. You're only an intern.
Oh, that's better. It's a little blurry if you could see.
It's like it might be have two.
Yeah. So it's one of those pictures, you know, when you move it and it kind of changes.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. They had booths like that there. So it's kind of hard to say exactly what's going on in this photo, but they were giving out pedicures there. I will say that. So immediately Neil was like, I got to get my feet right in these fries. So he was foot up then. He got a very lovely little pedicure there. And
that thing just won't stop moving around, will it?
Yeah, no, they're sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're so expensive. And so then if you look over to the left side there, you see that's actually my hand, and I immediately saw a little quarter pounder, and I was reaching out and I said, please give me this quarter pounder. And it was given to me promptly thereafter.
Well, I would hope so.
And then if you see that other lovely little purplish thing over there, that is a pile of rotten meat. Now they don't tell you this, but they actually repurpose that rotten meat to make the quarter pounders. So you know how they taste, that specific taste when you bite into a McDonald's meal?
Yeah.
It's actually 6 months old meat that they repurpose. It's their whole motto is reuse, recycle, replace, the 3 R's that we all know and love. So we had a great time.
Did it meet your expectations? Was it worth the 16-hour flight? And
Oh yeah, I'd pay $8 million if I could. Still no tip, but I'd pay an arm. I'd give my arm and my leg. I'd give Neil right over for it too. I think he's taking another vacation there this summer, so maybe I'll go and meet him there if he's lucky.
Maybe so.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting story. Thank you so very much for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure.
I'm John, and I don't know how to turn my microphone on. Great job, everybody. I'm so proud of you all. I'd like to make you my own little pets. I'll keep you in a nice clean cage, and I'll change your litter every single day.
Yes, I do seem to be losing the ability to turn my mic back on, but I like to achieve it better. So I think that's our new thing. But really important in that scene, I heard, Cody, I don't know if you caught it, but I heard the magic phrase, which means it's time for Cabbage or Camel. Yes, it's That's right, it's Cabbage or Camel, where the flops have to tell me if a random object is cabbage or camel. So, flops, are you ready for tonight's random object?
No!
No, excellent. Tonight's object is this very weird looking rabbit chicken toy that when you press down, it hops across the screen. So my question to you is it cabbage or is it camel? Rachel, what do you think?
100% a cabbage.
Okay.
I could gnaw through that thing in 2 seconds.
It is pretty small. You do have a pretty big mouth, so yeah,
Thank
maybe.
you.
Yeah, no, we notice these things. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so cabbage. We have a vote for cabbage. Okay. What other folks think? Yeah, Andrew.
Well, quite clearly, it's a, albeit very young camel, but indeed, it's clearly a camel. Look at the face, the eyes. You know, cabbages don't have little ears, and quite clearly there's been a breeding phenomenon of cute furry little dolls and big humpy camels, which, you know, that's where the hump comes from, and they've bred that sweet little thing that probably next week will look like, you know, this thing back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a vote for cabbage and we have a vote for camel. Jill Lobb, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is more in the cabbage tribe.
Okay.
It's a light color. It doesn't look like it's capable of spitting. Certainly doesn't look like it's capable of throwing Ryder off its back. Yeah, I think it's a cabbage.
Okay.
I need to experiment.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't be there physically.
Right.
You're there physically, but I'm not. So I need you, and we're going to do like a translocation thing. Okay. You're going to nibble on that thing's ears while I nibble on this thing's ears.
Okay.
And I'm going to psychically feel how that tastes in my mouth, okay?
Let's do
Ready?
it.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. She liked it. She liked it.
Yes, so does she.
Okay.
What do you think?
There's still hair in my mouth.
Yeah, mine too.
And that is a cabbage, my good sir.
Okay, cabbage. So we have, I think 3 votes for cabbage and 1 for camel so far. But we haven't heard from the Moonman or Hand Rations yet. So what do you think?
See, I think Reggie argument was very compelling, but also it's not about taste. It's about the logic, and the logic is that it's 2 things. It is a bunny and a chicken. So that's that. And now you might be thinking, oh, it's about the cabbage and a camel. No, that's not how this game works. It's called Cabbage or Camel. Have you even been watching this show? So I'd say, out of these things, which of these is 2 things? That's right, camel. Cabbage is 1 thing, and it's disgusting. Meanwhile, camels are like if horses were also mountains. So therefore, that bunny chicken thing is a mountain horse.
Okay. Astounding logic, hand rations. Astounding logic. Moon, what do you think?
Well, I think there's a little bit of deception going on here.
Ah,
With those little pink ears, you want to think bunny. It just draws you in. And what do bunnies love? They love cabbage. It forces that association. And I mean, there's really only one thing crafty enough to manipulate a decision like that, and that's a dirty camel. Those manipulative camels playing head games, wanting you to guess cabbage when no, it is a camel.
Interesting. Well, as always, Flops, amazing logic. Hand rations actually was most correct tonight, believe it or not. Hand rations, though, forgot one critical piece of the argument, that cabbage or camel is a binary choice. We have never said definitively that this is a binary game, and in fact, you were on the right track. This particular object is both cabbage and camel. Yes.
A never before seen.
I know. It's a first in cabbage or camel. Yeah. So
this is the non-binary representation we deserve.
About
right.
time, Flops.
That's right. And during Pride Month to boot. Yes. So I'm gonna declare hand rations the winner on this for being closest without actually getting it right. Nice job. And that is tonight's episode of Cabbage or Camel.
I think what you really just said is we all won because we were all right and no one was wrong.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Yay!
You're all winners.
I won!
You won.
I'm the most winner.
Yes, of course. That's understood.
All winners are equal, but some winners are more equal than others.
Not that our cast is competitive in any way whatsoever. All right, so for our next game, we're gonna play something called Pledge Drive. This is a guessing game, and how it works is, imagine sort of those old public television pledge drives that you saw, where if you make a donation, you'll get this amazing gift. And so our hosts for the Pledge Drive are going to be Joe Lobb and Andrew, and they're going to take turns hosting. We're going to alternate. And each of them is going to tell you about what you might win if you make a donation. Of course, the problem is they don't know what it is, but thankfully, Rachel and the Moonman are going to help them out. Rachel's going to provide clues to Joe Lobb, and the Moonman is going to provide clues to Andrew. And as they guess correctly, we'll give them a bell. Anytime they hear the bell, they should switch. And we'll see if they can get two of these fabulous things that you can win if you make a donation. All right, Andrew, plug your ears, please. You are a host. Joe Lobb. Okay, so our suggestions from the audience are for a couple of things. And the first thing is going to be that you can win is a clear rotten egg. I'm gonna put this in the chat for Rachel and Moon specifically. And the second thing they've got to guess is a greasy Barbie doll.
Aye.
All right. Of course, they don't know this. They'll have to figure it out. Okay. Let's start with Rachel and Joe Lobb.
Should we invite them back?
Yeah.
No, this is just the entire game.
Yeah, right. Okay. Joe Lobb and Rachel are going to start. Let's see Pledge Drive.
Welcome, everyone, to our yearly pledge drive for the computer illiterate. You would be surprised how many folks there are who can't hit the right keys at the right time and in the right combination. These poor folks need every bit of help we can give them. And to show our thanks and gratitude, we have two prizes for them, for you. At the $50 level, our prize is going to be printed, printing matter, impress, pressure, stamp, lost, confused, like I am.
Switch.
So indeed, we want to encourage everyone to give for the $50 level, where you will get a drawn, maybe a drawn object, a skinny drawn object that you're seeking. You're seeking and miming. You're drawing a frame. You've been framed. You get a framed photo, painting, a painted mime, a lifted, elevated window, a window pane, a window view, a window, a glass, a pane, a frame.
Switch.
You will be receiving that framed owl. Framed peer, a peer of the realm, my goodness. Reflection, flat, insight, looking in, peeping Tom, a smashed window, a mask, eyes, glasses, eyeglasses, sunglasses,
Switch.
So we are still figuring out the first part of this, I assume. The glasses must be cleaned. Glass cleaner. A lovely view of view. A looky here at what we've got today.
Switch.
A peer, glass, cup, cup shapes. Where is it? Invisible. Visionary, poetic, eyeball, eye, defective eye, nearsighted, farsighted.
Switch.
So, for our first gift today, look up and you will see some shears.
Mm.
Yeah, rain. No, rain? Curtains. Morning sunshine.
Mm.
Rain, morning sunrise.
No.
Switch.
Yeah, well groomed, scrub, washcloth, soap, soapy, fatal soap, soap opera. We hope you're having a good time at home as we are here. Wipe, paper towel, wipe, Windex. Clarified. Clarified, but not butter.
Switch.
Beetle soap. Okay. could slide open. Look out.
Oh, okay.
See view. The landscape. The view. The small urban legend.
Switch.
The Irish washerwoman on the corner. Scrub. Smiling, happy, revealed, eyes opened, having an epiphany, smudged, smeared, dirty, streaked. Streaked glasses. Yuck. Who wants that?
Right. Who wants that? Who wants that?
Well, there's no accounting for taste. Eyesight, eye beam,
Guys, it turns out we're out of that item, so just go on to the next one.
Oh. Well, then donate your $50 and you get a little bit of shaving cream, something that smudged your hand, some dirty, sticky goop, slippery goop, sticky tar, slidey, grease is the word. Grease is the word. It's the word. No. Yeah. Start here, and then you go there. It's obvious. I tell you, it's obvious. So while you're writing your $50 check and you're rolling a joint that's really sticky on your hand, yes.
Switch.
And the good news is, even if you donate only $50, you'll still get this $100 prize. Shampoo, conditioner, hair gel, some kind of product for the hair. Doesn't smell good. Yeah. Driving. It's driving you crazy. Oh, you're doing this while you're driving. Oh, this is not good. Irresponsible, unfocused.
No.
Cheerleader.
Switch.
Oh my God.
Pomade. Is it pomade? No. So we're still sliding away here. Slip sliding away.
Ring.
Yes, there's
Hey.
a phone call. Someone is donating as we speak. Hello, caller.
I know
Are
you're
you
only
caring to
on the
donate?
first part. I know you're only the first part of describing that product, but ooh, that's the one that I want. Ooh, honey, let me tell you, that's the one that I want. I know you're only on the first part, but ooh.
Grease. Lightning.
Yeah, but like an adjective version of the word grease.
Greasy.
Yeah, that's it. I want that one.
Okay,
Switch.
so we've got a greasy thing.
Greasy fingernails, greasy steering wheel, greasy car, greasy bad diet, greasy puppets. She's talking to them, they're talking back. Greasy attitude, greasy
Switch.
Yes, we have a greasy curve, a greasy, voluptuous, a VC figurine. Greasy.
Switch.
Greasy, delusional person who thinks her hands talk back. Greasy troll. Greasy brats. Greasy doll.
Yeah.
No, it's not a greasy doll. Greasy Barbie.
Yeah. Now do the first one.
Oh, good Lord. So with your first $50 donation, yes, indeed, you get a greasy Barbie. But wait, there's more.
No. Sorry, there isn't. They've canceled our telethon.
What?
Well,
yeah.
For our one donation, congratulations on your greasy Barbie. No doubt a single computer illiterate person will learn the difference between a colon and a semicolon.
One can hope.
So thank you for being here tonight. I'm the host of Me and my co-host. See ya.
Okay.
I'm so stressed out right now.
Moonman,
don't
Rachel,
breathe.
you did so good. You were doing so good. I really liked.
Okay, so host, you were so close on the adjective with that one. Yeah, the adjective you were looking for was clear.
I believe I said clear.
You said something
You
close.
did not.
I didn't.
No,
Okay.
no.
Not a
We
clear-
didn't get to what the object was. The object was a rotten egg. So you were looking for a clear rotten egg.
That would have been easier.
So,
Yeah.
so greasy Barbie had nothing to do with this.
No, that was
There
the
were
second
two
item.
items,
That's the
but we
second.
decided to we didn't want to be here all night.
which
Yeah, we
happens.
have.
Which happens sometimes. No worries. Good
And
job.
with that,
It's hard.
no second set, guys. Just another round of this.
We're never using the word clear again.
Ever.
The audience isn't allowed to leave. We're just all locked in here until we
Okay.
get clear rotten egg.
Let's see who.
Huh.
So should we reveal who gave that suggestion?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
taking
Should we
a look
audience-
right now, actually.
Should we audience shame? Be careful, Cody, where you tread.
I would like to point out that we used see-through maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and we got see-through, but we didn't get clear.
What can I tell you? So I think what I'm going to do, if folks are okay with this, I'm going to, rather than take a break, I'm going to say let's keep it rolling. Is that good?
Yes.
And I'm going to move the last game of the first set, and we're going to play an all-play game called Water Buoys.
Yay.
And this sounds like a really complex game. It's not as complex as it will sound, but this is one that Joe Lobb brought to us through our pandemic creative spree. And so what we need from you, our audience, are, I'm going to say hobbies. Would that be fair, Joe? Hobbies type things.
Any human activity.
Any human activity, even better. Just any human activity. And while you're putting your suggestions in the chat, what will happen is the first flop in the game will pick something associated with that activity to start. The next flop and succeeding flops will have to come up with other things associated with that activity, but they have to start with the first letter from the first suggestion, right? So as soon as you run out of things, or you get it wrong, or you repeat, in Flops tradition, we invite you to die.
Take a short vacation.
Take a short
Family
vacation.
and friends.
That's right.
To hell.
To hell, and you're out of the game. So while those come in, I will send the order of play out to folks.
Sorry, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks. Outstanding. So let's see what suggestions we have from our audience. Oh, excellent. Great ones. Oh, I see our friend Ari is on the show. Hey, Ari.
Ari.
Joined us for the second set.
Yay. And looks like with Rory. I don't know if I know Rory, but hi, Rory. Okay, so we'll start easy. Things associated with fishing. Things associated with fishing.
All right, starting off nice and easy. We're talking about reels.
Okay, so the letter we're going to use has to be things associated with fishing, beginning with R. And remember, Flops, you can, if you think something isn't quite associated, you can challenge and make a case. So Rachel, something associated with fishing, beginning with R.
Red herring. Or is that a bird?
Wait for a challenge and find out.
It's 100% a fish. I'm just trying to trip everyone up.
Okay. Sorry, I think I broke the order, so...
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, it changed from what I have on my screen. So Hand Rations, you're next. Sorry.
I am? Okay.
Yeah.
Red snapper.
Okay.
Row.
Rod.
Okay, let's go to Andrew, and then we'll keep the order the way it is, actually.
River.
Okay.
Now
Back
it's
to you,
back to
Ricky.
me. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Reef.
Wait, is it me?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's you.
Okay. I'm just gonna die. I don't know what the order is.
Are you sure you don't want to challenge Riggy? No.
I mean, okay, well, actually, no, that's going to be my word. Riggy. That's my word.
Oh.
Okay.
Then rigging.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Rowboat.
Rafting.
Ramen.
I want to, but
Do it. Do it.
you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm gonna challenge. The reason
Okay.
why I'm going to challenge is while there are several different versions of ramen, ramen does not necessitate the need for fish. Now, some people might say that the fish is the chicken of the sea, and therefore a chicken ramen is still a fish ramen. I have to argue against that. Ramen can be chicken, it can be beef, and both of those are not involved in fishing. And I'm going to go make some right now while Andrew makes his argument.
Okay, Andrew, your rebuttal.
Well, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, not much of a fisherman, but I had an Uncle Murray who took me deep sea fishing one day on this really rocky boat, and I was sick, and people were eating hard-boiled eggs and cleaning fish. And this is my only fishing experience in my life, and it was horrible. And I vomited all over the place. And I thought if I ever did this again, I would bring a package of ramen with me.
Well, a fascinating story. I'll still make the case that has absolutely nothing to do with fishing. So, Flops, let us gently whisk Andrew away with...
Yeah.
Did I win?
Yeah, you did.
I was
You did
busy.
win. Okay, so while we mourn the loss of Andrew, I'm going to give you a new activity, and we're going to go. Thank you, Andy, for the suggestion of drumming. And Riggy, just as it worked out, it's back to you.
Okay. I'm going to do, in the theme of Riggy, let's keep going. Rhythm.
Rhythm. Okay.
Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Rush.
Buddy Rich.
Rumble.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go rap.
I'm gonna go with Riggy again.
Rapid.
I believe I'm going to challenge Riggy.
You have to. Moon already went. Too late.
Got a limited window. We have short-term memories here. If it hasn't been challenged, it didn't exist.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm still confused as to what the order might be, but
You follow the Moonman,
oh,
and he gave one.
but any flop can challenge at any time.
The most recent thing given. But you're challenging Jess. And Riggy or Moon went after Jess.
Okay.
You're challenging Riggy, but you're challenging Jess, who said Riggy, and
Yeah.
not Riggy, who said
No,
who said rap.
You know what?
Not rap that said Riggy.
I'm gonna have to say this might be a failure to provide an answer, Joe Lobb.
Ooh.
I'm ruling die.
wait! I've got an answer.
Go.
You're stalled.
What is your answer?
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I am going to say there's a lot that comes to mind, let me tell you.
You could always challenge Rat-a-tat-tat.
Actually, I'm gonna challenge Rat-a-tat-tat.
Okay.
All right.
Coming in for Rachel. Now, I am challenging Rat-a-tat-tat because, first of all, it's an onomatopoeia, meaning that there's no word that's specifically what the drum makes. That's just your attempt to vocalize it. And there's no rule that says that the vocalization of that noise has to start with an R. I forgot the letter for a second. Also, but you know what rat-a-tat-tat is? It's one letter off from Rattata, which is a Pokemon. And the category isn't Pokemon, it's drumming. And I don't think a Rattata Pokemon can drum.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's an intriguing argument. Joe Lobb, would you like to respond?
R is one letter away from an awful lot of things. So I don't think you have standing to say that it matters that it's close to rat-a-tat-tat. Lots of S's, lots of Q's. No, I don't think that your stretch is long enough there. Onomatopoeia is a sound that is a word. It's what something sounds like. And if I say rat-a-tat-tat to you, you're probably not going to think of broccoli. You will be thinking of drums. I rest my case.
I have to go with Joe Lobb on this one. It was logical. It was also correct, and so hand rations die. All right. So Rachel, by the skin of your teeth, you survived that one, which means you get to start the next category, and it's going to be things associated with volleyball. Things associated with volleyball.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna go with beach.
Beach. Okay, so the letter is B to Riggy.
Beat.
Ball.
Block.
Bat.
Bounce.
Bods.
Back and forth.
Bunt.
Burn.
Bikini.
How
Mhm.
about that?
You want? Are you challenging?
I don't know what is so burning about a volleyball.
Let me set my ramen down.
So
Okay.
okay, so we're gonna. Your answer is yes. You're challenging. It seems.
Oh, am I doing the defense now? Is it just you don't know what has burning has to do with volleyball? That's it.
Well, okay, I
Yeah,
see. Volleyballs are not typically on fire or hot to the touch, and therefore I do not understand why it would be associated with such an adjective. I've never once gotten burned. My hands are intact, and I play volleyball infrequently.
Okay.
That is my argument.
Okay. Riggy, your response.
My response is that there are two types of volleyball. There are indoor volleyball and outdoor volleyball games. I should have not, the ball isn't different. The ball is pretty much the same. When you were playing outdoor volleyball, perhaps you're at the beach or perhaps you're at a family picnic. So when you're indoor, you're usually on a court. Well, I'll tell you what, when we used to play volleyball in the indoor court, I'd fall over all the time and get a floor burn. And if I was outside in the sun on the beach, I'd get a sunburn. And if I was at the family picnic and I did a really good job spiking the ball, but my cousin, who doesn't, respect me, well, he would lay down a sick burn about my personality or the way I look. And that is why volleyball has to do with burn, Derek.
Sounds personal, though.
Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have to say, coming out of the gate, I was inclined to side with Riggy. I was. And if he had just simply said sunburn, I would have thought beach volleyball, everybody associates it. But you started, Riggy, in indoor volleyball and rug burn, and I don't think that is a particularly common association for most of us. Floor burn, right. I have no doubt that your cousin drops all sorts of sick burns on you. I'm sure that's true. But again, that's general, right? So I'm awarding the point to Rachel. And Riggy.
Thank you. Die.
You're all just like Derek.
Okay. Well, we're whittling it down to 3. So let's see what suggestions we have. We're going to do things associated with... breakfast. Things associated with breakfast, and I think this goes to the Moonman to start.
Eggs.
Okay, eggs. So the letter to you, Joe Lobb, is E.
Eating.
Eggo waffles.
Edibles.
Eggs Benedict.
Entenmann's.
Eel.
English breakfast.
Eclairs.
For breakfast? Bleh.
Are you challenging Joe Lobb?
No, I'm just making an editorial comment.
Ooh. What starts with an E? EpiPen.
I believe I'll challenge that.
Please, Joe Lobb, go for it.
Yeah, I can't imagine that very many people start their day with a nice jolt right in the thigh from an EpiPen. I suppose it could be convenient while you're distracting your mouth with some sort of flavory thing to jab yourself. But EpiPens can be used anywhere at any time. And I don't think limiting them to breakfast is the right and proper thing to do.
Interesting. Sir, have you ever had peanut butter on toast? It is a common breakfast in the Andrianos household. And there are people in the world who are allergic to peanuts. I know at least 2, and I have in my lifetime. And, if I have someone over and either it's an accident or I want to kill them, there will be peanut butter around. And no, like you said, no one wants to start their day with an EpiPen, but these people don't have a choice. So you tell me, Joe Lobb, why do you hate people with peanut allergies? I think
Well,
that's what we should be talking about.
I hate people who inflict knowingly misery and anaphylactic shock on those with allergies.
Yeah.
I don't have the slightest bit of hatred for people with peanut allergies.
So I have to rule on this, and this is a tough one. And while I'm sure in some people's world an EpiPen might be a very important thing to have for those unexpected breakfast situations, I have to say in general it is not associated with breakfast. And I'm so sorry, Rachel, but die.
Rachel, you got robbed. You got
I
robbed,
did, and I did
Rachel.
get robbed. Everyone here hates peanut allergies.
That's true. I do hate peanut allergies.
No, John loves peanut allergies. He wants everybody taking all the
That's
kids'
what I
EpiPens
meant.
away.
Peanut allergies for everyone. Okay,
Okay,
so it's down to our final two here, and so it's between the Moonman and Joe Lobb, and your category is things associated with board games, and the person starting it is the Moonman. So
Pieces.
okay, Joe Lobb, your letter is P.
Parcheesi.
Payment.
On.
Placement.
Five.
Park Place.
Precision.
Challenge.
Okay, what's your
Call.
challenge?
Precision is usually required in the technical manufacture of some item, whereas for most games, you don't have to be precise in putting your piece directly in the center of the square or the octagon or whatever it is. The only thing I can say where precision would apply would be in chess, where if you touch a piece, you have to move it. And not everybody plays by that rule. So I would say the application is too narrow for that word.
Okay, Moonman, your rebuttal.
Now, there are board games that require precision, much like not all board games have a pawn, which was one of your earlier suggestions. There are plenty of board games that will require a tape measure and line of sight, so that even if one piece is slightly in the way, it's in the way. You cannot move in that direction.
Educate me. What is the name of this game?
It's not a back and forth debate. It's a
No,
it's a you make your statement and I rule. And this is a tough one. But I think I'm going to go with Joe Lobb on this one. I think precision is too broad in its application. Sorry, Moonman. Die.
Well played, everyone.
Yes, Joe Lobb, you're the champion of tonight's water buoys.
Well, since I invented the game, I mean,
Right.
it's only right.
Yes. All right. So we are going to do something kind of cool. We have tonight someone quite renowned. We have the poet laureate of Outer Slobovia here tonight. And he's going to read one of his newer works. I don't think anybody here has heard it. It is going to be his ode to panda bears and bees. And this will be his first public reading of it. Now, I know for you, our audience, most of you don't speak Outer Slobovian. I certainly don't, but I, of course, appreciate the beauty of the language. But we're very lucky. We have a translator here who will translate this work for us so that we may all enjoy it. So please, let's have a big welcome for the poet laureate of Outer Slobovia, Blagodan Livramsits. Lavadon Lorancic. Yes, thank you.
Lavadon.
Okay. And is his translator here? Oh, yes. Good. Excellent.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Bit-a-bop-a-dee-dee-doo.
Bees and pandas, so much in common. Let me tell you what.
Ba-da, be-da, way.
Both have quite a bite. Both also have some black in them. There are some similarities in the color. They also come from a similar region of China, deep in the woods, and have migrated over to the United States over a period of 3,000 years. You wouldn't know it by looking at them, but they're very close in race and in species. Buzz buzz.
Why thinking at why was thinking wah 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 wah.
But they can also be quite nice. Some people keep them as pets. I know I do.
King season king
I'm very scared of them.
Hmm.
Mhm.
wink wink.
I also eat a lot of bamboo, and I will sit my butt down on all of my enemies until it hurts.
Tinkero fingering finger kunk.
Grr. Grr grr.
Hooba.
This one knows it.
Ring ring ring.
Sometimes I collect a bunch of bees and I put them into a box and I take them over to the panda enclosure at the San Diego Zoo and I feed it to them. But the pandas never eat the bees. They become friends because they are so close in species.
Ring sing winking webbeting webbeting wing wing.
Oh my god, there's a bee in here right now. I'm very deathly allergic to bees. Everyone run. Everyone hide. There's a bee in here.
Ooba.
Ooba.
I think the ways. Hey.
I'm getting married next summer. My wife will be a panda. We're going to have bamboo as an entree. No bees will be invited. We have a very love-hate relationship.
Babbling, we when singing, when hearing, say.
You do with that what you will. I love bees. I love pandas. And together, we can make the world's first banda. Buzz buzz.
Billy.
I have a lot more to say, but so little time to say it. Buzz buzz.
Billy, wing, winning, string, so don't,
Ooba.
I have a collection of bees in my backyard.
wing, see, where, wing, there, wing, walk.
Sometimes I dig and I dig and I dig, and I don't look up, but I look down, and I dig and I dig and I dig to see if there are any bones down there. But all I see are roots.
Ooba.
And ring, this thing, so that get gay, guy.
I look over at my panda fiance and I say, why are there all these roots? Could only be the bees.
Right.
The end. Buzz buzz.
Ooba.
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 Thank you.
Oh, It gave me chills. It gave me chills. Wow. Wow. Well, you're all very fortunate to have heard that work. Never before performed anywhere else, and translated so beautifully, I might add. Wow. It's going to take me a minute here just to sort of regain myself. But it is time for our spelling bee. And so this is a new game brought to us by Hand Rations, who stole it from somewhere in Boston, I think. Yeah, and we've of course adopted it and playing with it. This is a game where we're going to have 3 contestants competing to be the spelling bee champion, and it'll be moderated by our vice principal Riggy. And the contestants for our spelling bee will be Joe, Lobb, Andrew, and Hand Rations. And so from you, our audience, what we need are made-up words of roughly 10 letters or more, so you can be really super creative as you do that. I see some of them populating the chat now. Thank you so very much. Our contestants will, of course, have to spell these words, but like at a regular spelling bee, they can ask for context, right? They can ask for context, and Vice Principal Riggy, I'm sure, will be happy to provide that context. Okay, so populate our chat with your made-up 10-letter or more words, and Vice Principal Riggy, start whenever you would like to.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today. I hope you're all proud of our final 3 top spellers here at MT's Juvenile Detention Center for white-collar young criminals. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Thank
Let's
you
go,
so
Brantley.
I see Brantley's mother's very excited. All right, let's get Brantley. Brantley, why don't you come up here? Brantley, we'll introduce you first. Here's Brantley. Brantley, why don't you... you brought your best hat, Brantley. Why don't you go ahead and describe why you're here, Brantley?
Hello. My mother, who's out there in the front row, she's bringing me here to actually spell long words with lots and lots of questions while she walks around to everyone else in the audience and reaches in their pockets for their wallets. So I will drag
Brantley.
this out while
Brantley, shut up.
mother works.
Shut up, Brantley.
No, it's okay, Mom. No one heard me.
Security, yeah. Thanks, Brantley.
Yes.
Extra outdoor time for you today, Brantley. Great for you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Up next is Sarah. Sarah is actually there she is. Sarah, why don't you go ahead and let us know why you're here?
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm the youngest person ever to commit tax evasion.
That's so impressive, Sarah. I hope that could translate into spelling.
I sure hope so too. I mean, when they arrested me, they were like, "How did you even commit tax evasion? You don't even have to pay taxes. You're 8 years old." And I was like, I am very mature for my age. I have read all of these tax legal books, and I know exactly how to evade the law. And hopefully you'll give me some words to spell. Taxes.
She's not my favorite to win, but she does help me on my forms every year. And lastly, we have Clyde Munchie Weston. Clyde Munchie Weston. Yeah, you're used to be an informant for the police for the Kansas City mob. Isn't that right?
Yeah. My friends call me Munchie, but you can call me Clyde.
Terrific. Terrific, Munchie. It's going to be great. You're going to do a great job spelling today, aren't you?
Yeah. I said you could call me Clyde.
Great, Munchie. He's not a very talkative fella, but he is very, very clever. Up first, I believe we're gonna have Bradley back. We can have all 3 spellers come onto the stage here. All right, Bradley, your word is Yak Holton.
Yak Holton? What is the country of origin of Yak Holton?
Norwegian with a Finnish accent.
Oh, Scandinavian, you say? Why, thank you. Okay, can you use Yak Holton in a sentence, please? A really long sentence. Mom, over there. Oh, go on.
Yes, I could use it as long a sentence as you need me to. Why don't you stop me when it's time for me to use the word? A long time ago, me and my fellow countrymen traveled across the plains. We found ourselves beneath the... there's a comma there, it's not a period. We found ourselves beneath the golden plains of Germany. And, you know...
Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, Colton. Yeah, Colton.
Yeah, Colton. So I think Yak Colton would start with a yak. So yak.
Okay.
Holton. HOLDUM. Yak Holden.
I'm sorry, Bradley. That is incorrect. You and your mother will be held in solitary for a little bit today before you go home. But don't worry, you're not going to go without that extra free time.
Mom, I told you you should have acted faster.
Shut up. Shut up, Brantley. Shut up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because I kept calling you Bradley and her name is Brantley. You know, I'm sorry about that. Next up...
You're welcome.
...is Sarah. Sarah, your word is... Grthundrin.
Ooh, Grthundrin. Could you use it in a limerick?
I found myself a Grthundrin. It really had me a tumbrin. I couldn't feel colder. That drip on my shoulder. Oh boy, and now it is thundering. Grthundrin.
Yeah, I'm still just not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me the first president to use it in a speech?
Oh, yep. That was actually Jimmy Carter himself. He was speaking to a crowd of people outside of one of the one of the houses he was building.
Yeah, I'm a little bit closer now.
Oh, history check. I'm sorry. It was actually the last word Garfield said before he died. He got shot, and then he said, "Go, Grthundrin!"
Oh, that completely changes what I was thinking. Now I need another one. Could you say it backwards while making a geometric shape with your arms?
Sure.
Okay, I think I've got it.
It's a diamond.
Okay, yeah, the diamond's helpful. Okay. Grthundrin. G-A-R-A-M-N Grthundrin.
That is correct. Terrific, great job. And the last up is Munchie. Munchie, are you ready? You gotta spell this right, or Sarah wins.
P-H-I-S-R-I-G-H-T.
I didn't give you a word yet, Munchie.
You said you gotta spell this right.
You got me on a technicality. Sarah, could you spell 40?
O-N-E-H-U-N-D-R-E-D. 40.
I believe her because she seems so smart. Back to you, Munchie. Munchie, your word is Laura-Haim.
Laura-Haim. Can you say the word while you're writing it in the air?
Yes, but I can only do it in hieroglyphics.
Good enough.
Laura, and then this one looks like a little elephant.
Okay.
Haim, and that's a snake, if you couldn't tell the snake. Aim, and that one is a big rock. Aim. And that one, well, that one's self-explanatory.
Nice hieroglyphics.
Thank you.
Can you use it in a sentence having to do with an Italian restaurant?
Hey, you're serving a spaghetti and you're making it feel a Laura-Haim. Laura-Haim.
Okay, I'll give it my best shot. Shouldn't have said that. I'll give it my best try. L-O-R-R-A-H-E-A-U-M-E.
That's correct. Now, here's what we're gonna do. See it as this has got to be it. You guys both got to spell this next part right, and I want you to do it simultaneously, and whoever gets it right is the winner of the spelling bee. So Sarah, get ready. Each of you could get a question here. Your word is Fowergandel. And Sarah, you could ask your question first.
Okay. If the letters in that word were characters on Sesame Street, which one would be Grover?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be Grover because it looks like a dirty trash letter. Munchie, you got a question?
Nope.
Okay. On your marks, whoever spells it faster wins, okay? That spells it faster and right wins. The prison, the you know where we're at. Okay, ready? On your mark, get set, go.
A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
I think the scream at the end of Sarah's was it. But don't worry, you're both gonna go home with a prize. Sarah, you are gonna get an extra time doing arts and crafts with Mr. Kendrick. Mr. Kendrick, everybody's favorite guard. Yeah. And you, Munchie, you're gonna have your face plastered all over every newspaper that's gonna tell the Kansas City mob exactly where you are. Yay!
Oh, they know.
Congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations, Munchie. And Burntly, everybody. Great job, everybody. I'm so proud of you all. Hey, get that kid out of there.
Well, I'm excited that the English dictionary has so many new words now. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. I would advise everybody to check their wallets also. All right. We have a couple of games left for you still. And so we're going to do one called 5-Line Movie Genre Scene. This is a game for the Moonman, for Rachel, for Hand Rations, for Joe Lobb, and for Riggy. And
Riggy.
And actually, you know what? That is everybody but Andrew. So Andrew, join us. It's going to be 6-Line Movie Genre Scene.
Ooh.
But it just seems wrong to leave one cast member out, right? That's just, if we had several, that would be different. But so what we're going to do in this game, these flops are going to do just a 6-line scene from a movie for you. And what they're going to then do is repeat these scenes in different movie genres that you are now putting in the chat. And while they're doing that, I'm going to go back through our suggestions and I am going to come up with a title for the movie. Tonight's movie, we're going to see a scene from the indie film Needle Pointing the Hairy Tomato. So we're going to see a great scene from this upcoming film, and of course then we'll see it in different movie genres. They're going to deliver one line at a time. Let's see that scene.
That is one hairy tomato.
Ow, these things are sharp.
I'm embroidering this lovely little pattern.
Edith Ann embroidered this herself and she hated every stitch.
I should have joined a book club instead of a gardening needlepoint club.
That is one hairy tomato.
Okay, let's see it again now. As a slapstick drama.
That's one hairy tomato.
Oh, these things are sharp.
embroidering a lovely little pattern.
Edith Ann embroidered this herself, and she hated every stitch.
I should have joined a book club instead of a needlepoint gardening club. Ugh.
Ugh, that is definitely a hairy tomato.
All right, let's see it again.
Just realized I have the same line as Moonman.
It's okay. Symmetry.
Symmetry.
Sandwich.
Let's see it as a Disney film.
Hello there, hairy tomato.
Be careful, kids. These things are sharp.
I am embroidering a lovely little pattern.
I embroidered this all by myself, and even though I'm saying I didn't like it.
Sorry, my mouse is wet. I thought at the beginning you guys were a good club to join. Even though I ignored the obvious signs, it turns out you're the villain club that I shouldn't have joined.
My pretty, this is one hairy tomato.
Okay, let's see it now as a commercial.
This is one hairy tomato.
For the sharpest thing you can buy, this is it right here.
I am embroidering a lovely little pattern.
For just $4.99, you can embroider this all by yourself and feel kind of mediocre about it.
Stop joining all those clubs that you don't know what to do with.
That is a bald tomato, but what you want out there, one hairy tomato.
Let's do one more. And it's from our friend Ari. So you know he's going to twist it up a little bit. You're probably expecting at some point we'd have a Western or a spaghetti Western. But no, Ari wants to see it done as a spaghetti Eastern. Do with it what you will.
This is one hairy tomato.
Hey, these things are sharp.
I reckon I am embroidering a lovely little pattern.
There's only room in this town for one embroidered pattern, and I didn't like mine, so you can do yours.
I should have joined a Dunkin' Donuts fan club instead of joining the Tom Brady fan club. Womp womp.
Hey, this gabagool and this tomato. It's pretty hairy, yeehaw.
All right, you know what? We've got some more suggestions, so I'm going to keep it going. And there are some really, really good ones. I think there are two more I'm going to do. So we're going to start with a cliched film about the Soviet Union. I love that. That's excellent.
Stand in line all day for hairy tomato.
Hey, comrade, you use this, we send you to Siberia.
Now, comrade, embroider, pattern, lovely.
In Soviet Russia, embroidery hates you.
I tell you what, I wish I had invaded a different country by proxy to start a war with America, but instead I invaded this country to invade by America by proxy.
In Soviet Russia, Putin loved a hairy tomato.
Okay, one more, final one. Let's see it as a musical, but not any kind of musical. Let's see it as a horror musical.
Attack of the hairy tomatoes.
Hey, these things are sharp.
I will embroider a lovely little pattern.
My creation has turned against me, but I didn't really like it that much.
A club for blood. Mine, not yours, a club for blood.
Ooh, I'm a hairy tomato.
All right, that's 6-line movie genre scene. Nice job, everybody. All right, I have exciting news for you. It is time, that's right, for another episode of The Van Bortles.
Ooh.
Yes. How nice to have peace finally here, as the Van Bortles invited me to celebrate Pride Month with them. I look forward to it. What a nice, quiet, peaceful gathering.
Oh, hello.
Oh, God.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
sure you don't recognize me. I'm Wedgeworth's cousin, Sledgeworth.
Oh, I knew the hard intonation of your voice, Ledgeworth. But I must say your company is just moderately more preferable to that of Wedgeworth, so good to see you, I suppose.
I'm sure. See, we alternate, you know. He goes ahead and does Lust Month. I do Pride Month. And I'll tell you what, I'm a real ally.
Yes, I'm sure the community must be very proud of that. Do you even know the Van Bortles, Sledgeworth?
No, but you know, our good, my good cousin does, and I am so very happy to take his place at this party. I understand the tickets are transferable.
Oh, the tickets. Yes, the tickets. Yes, you do go show your ticket. It'll be the ticket to the children's table, Sledgeworth, honestly. Oh, God.
Say children's table.
Yes, Taffy, I should have guessed you'd be here.
Well, I'm the one monitoring the guest list for the children's table, and I don't see your name on it.
Well, then
Yeah.
there must be some kind of mistake.
There is no mistake. I specifically chose which people to kick off the guest list so that I could invite my raccoon husband to join us this year.
See, I don't think you
Oh.
quite understand. I'm an ally, I'm a cis white man, and I'm not used to getting turned away from things, so if you wouldn't mind just putting my name on the list.
This
Well-
children's table isn't for allies, it's for members of the community, and my raccoon husband recently came out as non-binary. I even got him a little flag right here. Yes, put the flag down. Don't chew on it.
Well, I must say, Taffy, I usually find you tremendously annoying, but that was absolutely downright cute and has touched my heart. Oh, God, Josephilus is here.
Oh, thank you. I've never been addressed as God before. Is that the famous raccoon husband that we've heard so much
Yes.
about?
Yes, it has. We met when I was stuck in the vents of the Van Bortles' house trying to get an invite to their Christmas party.
Yes, Josephilus, haven't you written this all down before? Honestly, you're the
Oh, you're
worst.
a gift that keeps on giving.
You are the worst biographer I've ever seen. I don't know why the Van Bortles invite you to this.
Yes, if you're writing a novel about the Van Bortles, I'm sure the little rapscallion who lived in their vents for a full 6 months is truly the focus of the whole affair.
Are you talking about the mouse, Taffy?
No, I'm talking about myself. I'm not a mouse. I'm a human who happens to be in love with a raccoon who uses they them pronouns, and I love them.
Oh, very well. Oh,
Okay.
Hello, hello. Bisquick Van Bortle here. Is this the family pride celebration?
Bisquick, I don't care if you've changed your name to Van Bortle. We all know you're not a Van Bortle, really. I can't believe they've even invited you.
Well, nobody invited me. I tricked them by showing up and claiming their name.
Ah, well, I do respect that, Bisquick. I do respect that, I suppose.
Yes, thank you. What is this pride that we are all so proud of?
Well,
you
knowing
see,
the
there
Van
are 7
Bortles-
deadly sins, and one of them happens to be my favorite one. But it's not pride, I'll tell you. Woo!
Yes, undoubtedly sloth, Sledgeworth. Well, Bisquick, it's
Sloth or
obvious what...
slosh? Because I'm one of them.
Yes, you certainly are.
Of yourself,
The
Sledgeworth.
menagerie here.
Yes,
Bisquick.
yes.
It's obvious that Pride Month is about pride in knowing the Van Bortles, and I am tremendously proud for, of course, knowing them better than anyone here.
I don't think so.
Pish posh.
You have listening devices implanted in their homes? I do. That's
Yes,
all
I
I'm going
believe-
to say.
Yes, I
You may
believe
have
that.
your listening devices, but those are nothing compared to the real thing. I'm just standing there, surrounded by the asbestos, and hearing their every word.
Oh, they
yes.
do say some interesting things, don't they?
Well, I don't believe Cedric's joining us tonight, but or Penelope. They have no pride, either of them. But I've heard Stefan is back in town.
Oh,
Anyone
the
else heard
legendary
that?
Stefan.
Yes, I do.
That's nothing but lies.
Oh,
Why?
Stefan! Thank you for appearing to tell us that that was indeed falsehood. So I suppose we're all hallucinating then, yes.
I've never left town. I've been here the entire time.
No, honestly, Stefan, where have you been hiding yourself? Have you been hiding out with Dominicus again?
Not all the time. I've been down to the yacht club.
I see.
Did someone say hallucinating?
Oh, Dominicus! Dominicus is here!
I thought I
Hello.
heard something that would interest me.
But what have you been up to, Dominicus?
Oh,
You're
you
the
know.
only one here I like.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Anything that could take me away from this droll thing you call a life. As
Yes,
long as I am sky high, about 12,000 feet above the ground in my mind, I am happy. That is why I'm
Here.
glad this mansion has so many floors.
Yes. So I suppose when you're talking about droll, of course, it's just another way of saying taffy, right?
It's one of many.
Yes, it's
Yes,
true.
I must
Very,
agree.
yes, good one indeed.
Wedgworth
Dominicus.
said we all got a chance to dunk on Taffy. Now give me a
Yes.
shot. Taffy! I hear rumors about fleas and I'm out of things to say, but I'll whisper them to Wedgworth and he'll say them next time.
You're clearly drunk, Sledgeworth. It is one of your more endearing qualities, I must say.
Drunk on pride, sir. Yes.
I have befriended the fleas. I have befriended all the vermin inside the Van Bortles household. And then I will use that power to befriend the Van Bortles themselves.
Good luck with that.
Excuse me, would there be appetizers served at this pride function?
Yes. Because gluttony is next month, and we start this month.
Oh, excellent. I much prefer Gluttony Month. I'm going to go home and
Well, of course
revel.
you prefer Gluttony Month.
No.
We all know that.
Yes. I think it's kind of obvious, Dominicus. Well, I'm going home to celebrate my pride in the Van Bortles liking me best. I'll leave you to it.
Keep telling yourself that.
In his
About
dream.
time that hairy tomato left.
Of
Agreed.
course. Oh, speaking of hairy tomatoes, I should be heading off to a parade that I organized with some of the creatures living in the Van Bortles vents. Yes, I got kicked out of their vents a little while ago, but the creatures are very interested in celebrating this pride, and I made them all tiny little floats and tiny little drag outfits. It's quite adorable, but you are not invited. Fare thee well. Or fare thee hell. Ha ha! I will leave before I spoil the joke.
Not invited to the colorful infestation. Oh, we are so missing out.
And whoever said that would stop any of us anyway.
Well, I was invited to the Van Bortle Portal at the Paul McCartney concert, and I must be leaving now. Ta-ta.
Goodbye.
Well,
I'm going to see if there's any floor higher than the 13th, if you know what I mean. I'm going to do cocaine. Goodbye.
I like that one, Spirit.
And speaking of spirits, since Sedgwick is already gone, and there's no one else of interest to chat with, I am heading out to.
well, I know you are, but what am I? Oh, some good material for next column. I'll have to edit it and shape it a bit, but that's what writers do.
And there they all go. Guess what that means? Cis white men have the most pride. And we... I guess it's our holiday now.
What an amazing takeaway. And that is tonight's episode of The Van Bortles. And welcome to our new characters, Dominicus and Bisquick. All right, it brings us to our final game of the evening. This is an all-play game, and it's called Good Advice, Bad Advice, Worst Advice. And so what we need from you are things you need help with, questions you have for us on any topic whatsoever. Obviously, topics around advice are better for this particular game. So what are some things you would like us to help you solve? And while you think of that, you'll get 3 different answers. First answer you get will generally be pretty solid advice. The next answer you get will be not so good advice, right? And the last one you get is tremendously horrific advice, right? And then you choose which one works for you. So take a moment, populate those questions, and while you do that, I'll just sit here and stare at you.
And
Everybody stare at them.
I'll get in close too, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just stare awkwardly at you, like we
Okay.
can see you.
I'm out of
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. So you better get those questions coming in soon. Because the closer we get, the uglier we are.
Speak for yourself. I think this is my best feat.
Oh, and the questions are flying in.
That's
Nice
how
job.
we motivate them.
Nice job, Flops. Okay. So I just posted the order. We'll see if we can. Oh, wait, I have to modify it. I'll go
Is
at the
the
end.
order the same, or are we going to be in a whole game of, wait, it's my turn again?
No, read it. I just posted it. Read it. know your order. Okay?
Which one am I?
Arrange your screen accordingly if you need. And I'll give you your first question. The first question is going to go to Riggy. And Riggy, the question is, how do I greet a Walmart greeter? First question, how do I greet a Walmart greeter?
It depends on the time of year. A simple hello, sometimes just a little hey. Don't waste too much of their time. A lot of the times they're just there to say hi, and it's okay to not waste too much of the time. If you're feeling a little lonely and need someone to talk to the Walmart greeter might be nice. If it's a holiday season, you might wish them a happy this or a merry that, and that's okay too. They're okay with that. Doesn't matter. This month's Pride Month. If you're feeling up to it, say, hey, good to see you. Happy Pride Month on your way into Walmart. And yeah, that's simple as that. Happy Mothman Day.
Wonderful, polite, great etiquette. Thank you, Riggy. And Rations, what do you think?
Okay. Well, I had a different answer, but listening to that last answer, first choice is obviously Happy Mothman. Cut off the day part. You hesitate on the day. I think that just Happy Mothman is a great greeting for any situation. However, I think the real best way to greet a Walmart greeter is to give them some knowledge. And like, not knowledge they learned in school, but like the real kind of knowledge that you could only get from a conversation with the Walmart greeter. And that is, okay, so I'll set the scene for you. You walk into Walmart, there's the person, the Walmart greeter, they got their blue vest, they got their smiley face things and all this sort of stuff. So you go up to them and you go, do you know that some scientists think crows are about to attain consciousness? And if they don't throw you out of the store, then you keep going. You keep saying, yeah, actually, crows are a lot more evolved than any other animal. Do you think that dolphins are the smartest animal? No, crows have been able to heal each other when they're sick, which is one of the first signs of civilization they found in humans. Crows are evolving at a very rapid rate, and they don't even want humans to see them. They're avoiding them. So really, you need to just, and then you'll be thrown out of the store by then, but you keep going. You keep telling them. And if you run out of crow facts, you look up the crow facts. We need to recruit more people for our army. The crows are taking over, and you can either be with them or against them.
And that's the bad advice. but Moon, I feel like you have a different take on this.
Well, yes. I mean, they are there to greet you. So you just go to Walmart, you go in the front door, you go right up to the greeter, look them in the eyes, because you want them to know you're there. The key being, you never leave your car. You just come right on in through the doors, lock eyes with them as you make contact. Now, the best part is, with the way they set the Walmarts up, there are no registers in front of the door. So you've got enough time to brake before the vehicle's further disabled to back it up. And, give that Walmart greeter one more little on the way out.
All right. Well, I hope that helps. You definitely have a plethora of things to choose from, but we have a lot of questions tonight, which is great. And so this one's kind of a serious one from Katya. Katya wants to know how she gets a green card. And why don't we start with Joe Lobb on this one? Joe Lobb, how does Katya get a green card?
Well, probably the best thing you could do is to find someone in your community who already has a green card and talk to that person, because they've gone through all the steps and lo and behold, they've got their green card. So obviously whatever they did worked. Failing that, if there's no one in your community who wants to talk to you for some reason, there are agencies that handle the same problem, not with quite the full internal understanding of it, but they can certainly help you out. And I believe they're free.
Okay, Joe Lobb, thanks so very, very much. Rachel, I think you might have a different idea on this, though.
Yeah, I don't buy the whole community thing. I'm more of a lone wolf type. So when I hear green card, what do you think of when you think green card? I think green. So what you're going to do is you're going to get any sort of paper material, whether it be posted, it could be cardboard. You could do a small piece of glass if you're feeling bold. Then you go all the way over to the Home Depot, grab yourself some forest green paint, roll it over the piece of paper, got yourself a green card. Simple as that.
Yeah, that is so obvious now that you think
I don't
about
know
it.
why.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first thing, so.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Andrew, what do you think?
There's only one answer for this question. What you do, if you want a green card, you go to Washington, D.C., you storm the Capitol building, climb in through a window, take off your shirt, go to Nancy Pelosi's office and go, I want a green card!
Okay.
A bunch of people tried it last year. They were all looking for green cards.
Yeah, I heard
Stay
that. I heard
tuned
that.
for this improv show being used as evidence for the next year.
Right.
Tuesday,
We'll-
right?
we'll all
Tuesday, you'll
see
see
you about-
Andrew.
Yeah, you'll see us in about 10 years when we're released from Guantanamo. So good. All right, well, we have a couple of other questions. Let's see. Well, here's one from Andy. Andy wants to know how to get his cat to talk. And, well, I have 6 cats, actually, so I'll take a crack at this one. What I learned about cats, because I grew up with dogs, is that it's really important to talk to animals. And I didn't think about this much until it was just me and my one cat. And not having been a cat person, I wanted to bond with this cat. And I read advice, talk to your cat. So I would go, Tess, I'm going upstairs. Tess, I'm doing this. Tess, I'm going to work. And the cat and I really bonded. And what I found was, while Tess didn't necessarily learn to talk, Tess definitely understood things I'd say. Tess would be upstairs and I'd be in the kitchen and I'd yell, Tess, you want some chicken? And boom, 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 down the stairs and up on the counter. And so as we got more cats over the years, I recognized that talking bonded with them. And eventually we had Siamese cats who can vocalize. And we had one called Mei Li, and I'd go into the bedroom and I'd say, hello, Mei Li, and Mei Li would go, hello. And so they can talk, but you have to really, really work with them and socialize them. So keep working on that, Andy, and I think you'll get there.
What he just said was a bunch of roundabout bullcrap way of saying you could teach your cat to say one gosh darn word. All right, but I'm going to teach
Pessimist.
you the easy way, straightforward way to get your cat saying any word you want to. First, step 1, get yourself a cat. Easy enough, you can find them anywhere. Pick one off the street. They're probably not somebody's pet. They're probably just a street cat. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Got yourself a cat. Second, unzip the cat. Hey, there's more than one way to skin them. It's up to you to figure out which one you want to do. Scoop out the insides. They don't need them. Where we're going, we don't need them. Okay? We don't need them. They'll be fine. Second, of course, let me be clear. At this point, you could just, stick your hand up it and go, I'm a cat and I can talk. That's not what we're doing. Okay? You could make a cat puppet out of anything. Why waste a perfectly good cat? The insides are already out. You're going to put them back in. Don't worry. Next, you're going to fill the inside of that cat with the essence of the ghost of your favorite ancestor. Now, this is a whole drawn-out process. I've got a whole book on it. I'll send it to you if you can call me. I've repurposed the website. It's 1-800-RickyHitmanSchool.com. But we don't do Hitman things anymore. We fill cats with the spirits of your dead ancestors. Then you put the insides back. Then you zip it back up. You do have a zipper, right? You've made sure you added a zipper to the cat. And then your cat could say anything that your 18th century grandparents could. And if you're white, you're going to be disturbed by what they're going to say.
Okay. Well, wow. The SPCA probably won't endorse Riggy's advice, but let's see what Hand Rations has.
That's all well and good. You definitely get A+ points for creativity there, Riggy. But that's not actually getting your cat to talk. That's getting your ancestor to talk through your cat. Basically the puppet thing, but with some spiritual stuff. No, we want to get the cat themselves to talk. See, I have one question to ask you, the audience, who is wondering how to get your cat to talk, which is, why do you think you're worthy of hearing what your cat has to say? See, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, because I have a cat, and she is my best friend. Cats can talk. They have a full mastery of the English language and like 20 other languages that I don't know. But they don't really vibe with most people. They're just like, I'm just going to keep my secrets to myself and let you just think that I'm like just a dumb meow meow animal. No. So really, it's about making the bond with your cat and proving that you're cool enough to hear your cat talk. And for that, there's 2 routes that you can go with it. You can either do the teen movie montage where it's like, you've seen Mean Girls. It's like the girl infiltrating the popular table. And then that works with some cats, not all cats. You need to judge your cat's personality, because sometimes they respect that. Other times it just makes them want to talk to you less because they just perceive you as a tryhard. But the real way to get the cat to talk to you is turn yourself into a cat. Now, I'm not saying be a furry and buy a fursuit and all that sort of thing. No, cats can see right through that. Literally, they have x-ray vision. They think that that's also trying too hard. No, you need to surgically turn yourself into a cat. You need to get some of that like CRISPR, like DNA editing stuff. You need to give yourself the cat ears, the cat nose, all that sort of thing. And just like, it's like Cats 2019, like that level of CGI, but it's not CGI, it's a person, and it's cool enough for a cat to talk to.
Hand Rations,
a lot of work.
You have completely undermined another one of my business plans, and I have had just about enough of it, and we're reopening the Hitman School.
Yeah, I think that's best, Riggy. Well, we have time for one final question tonight, and the question is from Mrs. Gumby. Mrs. Gumby wants to know how to get out of going to the barbecue at her boss's house, and if her boss is watching, Mrs. Gumby, you're screwed. So I hope not. Let's see, who are we up to? Joe Lobb. No, Moonman. I'm sorry, Moonman. What advice might you have for getting out of the boss's barbecue?
I would say the best advice is probably just to be honest. I mean, it's saying that you don't want to go. It's simple. It seems a little mean at times, depending. But, I mean, if you can't say no, then, I mean, you're not in a good position to begin with. So, I mean, I'd say be honest.
Yeah, I think that's good advice, certainly. Joe Lobb, what do you think?
Well, first of all, what a boring world it would be if everyone were honest all the time. Good Lord, we'd all be sleepwalking. No, you are living in fortunate times because all you have to do is say one of two words, and the first one is COVID. Understood? We're told that the pandemic is over, but is it really? And it's popping up here and there. And if you really want to go full flat out, the other word is monkeypox. And especially if your boss knows how monkeypox is transmitted, your boss will pay you to stay away. Couldn't be simpler.
So leverage everybody's fear of microorganisms and use it to economic gain. Interesting solution.
Thank you.
Rachel, what do you think?
I don't buy it. I think there's only one way you need to go about this. Arson. What you're going to do, and it's a specific way you need to go about it. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a bow, and you're going to get about a dozen arrows, no less. You can go more, but no less. Then what you're going to do is you're going to attach some small pieces of firewood to the edges of each and every one of those arrows. And then you're going to stand across the street, and you're going to dress in all black so that no one can see you. Even if you don't know the neighbors across the street, if you wear black, they will not see you. It's just a fact. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just rally up, and you're going to shoot them towards your boss's house. And what I say, if there is no house, there's no house party. So just burn down your boss's house. If he perishes in the flames, I think that's kind of a bonus because no future parties. And then you might possibly get a promotion. So it's kind of a win-win-win for everyone involved.
Layered, it's nuanced. I like it.
A lot of steps. It's not for everyone, but it's
no, but right. But if you're a detail person, it could be very effective, I think. Right. Totally. Very good. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. I want to thank everybody in our audience tonight. Thank you for folks who donated. So far, we've raised $100 for Mutual Aid Tompkins. I think we could do even a little more. So if you're inclined, please contribute if you can. The show will be up on our YouTube channel. Feel free to check it out. You also can see an archive of pretty much any show we've videoed. So we have 11 years of shows on there, and they're fun. And our next show will be in July, and I don't remember off the top of my head who our July organization is. Does anybody happen to know off the top of their heads? It's okay. Come by. It'll be the third week. third Friday, and another great organization to support. I think. Oh wait, I think it's WRFI Radio, actually, which former Flops Shiny Ranger was involved with, and Joe Lobb as well, and so they're a great organization as well. Okay, that brings us to the end. The video will be up tomorrow. Thank you, cast, and we'll see everybody
put up
soon.
the donation link. You're gonna see it on the screen. It's been beneath us this whole time. It's also in the description, so please click that. Go ahead. We'd like you to.
Yeah.
Please.
We'll beg you if we have to. All right. Good night, everybody. Be well.
Good night.
Don't get monkeypox.
Mm-mm.